This is Jonathan Agger, fifth Pro Boxing Fans, joined by trainer Matthew Hatton. We're here in Sheffield. Campbell Hatton returns this Saturday night. Matthew, what can we expect from Campbell this time around?
I'm hoping for big improvements. I mean, Campbell has been getting gradually better over the most recent fights, but he's had a fantastic training camp. He had a little break after his last fight. Physically, he needed that, and sometimes it's good to have a break and just assess things properly, take time, how his early part of his career's gone. But we've been seeing gradual improvement, but I've noticed a big difference in Campbell's camp for this fight, and I expect to see the best yet from him on Saturday. I really do.
You said you took a bit of time to assess how it's gone so far. How would you assess how the first bit of his career has gone? Obviously, you had that fight at Tottenham that was controversial, but then he's come back and he's got a few stoppages. And what would you assess overall?
I think early in Campbell's career, he wasn't really showing what he's capable of. One of the big nights for him was obviously at Tottenham. He got a lot of criticism for that fight. I mean, he should never have been put in that position. To put a 21-year-old in front of that many people, that high on the bill, was crazy. He should never have been put in a position. He's only human, and to expect him to deal with that was crazy. He didn't box well in that fight. He come away, he still won the fight, and I think since that fight he's learned a lot about himself, and I think his recent fights he's been getting better and better. He boxed in Spain, which was a good idea to set the pressure off him. The fight against Joe Ducker, who's a decent fighter, probably his best so far, and he was solid enough last time. Big improvements recently.
And just touching on who else you're working with at the moment.
I've only got a small stable at the minute. I've got Campbell, I've got a guy called Luke Evans who's unbeaten in 12 fights, light welterweight. He'll hopefully be moving on to the title picture soon. And I've got another lightweight called Hash Rayman who's 3-0. So they're all undefeated, all in the early stages, and only a small stable at the minute. But I'm enjoying the coaching.
As a trainer, obviously your only focus is on seeing Campbell improve and show what he's been doing in training. But how did it feel seeing him walk out of the Manchester Arena in front of fans? It must have been a special moment for the family.
It has, and it's a crazy sport, boxing. It was great to see him doing it. I've always been so close to Campbell, and you're never shocked in boxing. It's a crazy sport. Recently he's been sparring with his dad. That was another situation where I'm sat there watching from the outside as a boxing fan and watching it, getting caught up in it, and then I thought, wow, this is bizarre. What am I actually watching? Only in boxing, and only in our family.
Campbell said they didn't take it easy on each other.
They didn't take it easy, I can guarantee you that, and but it was really good. Campbell learned a lot in that spar, and something we may do again. I know Ricky's looking to fight again in November, so we'll probably look to do that again.
What have you made of seeing your brother's transformation? I know disappointing that the exhibition with Barrera didn't happen, but he's got himself into such great shape. He seems to have maintained it as well. How pleased are you for him?
Very good. It's been great for him, and he's done fantastic. Not only does he look good, he was fit as well. I mean, when he mentioned about sparring with Campbell, he said, yeah, no problem, took Campbell down, said we'll do 6 rounds. I assumed they'd be doing 6 twos because Rick was fighting an exhibition, but they did 6 3-minute rounds, and it was at a hell of a pace. It was great to watch. So not only does he look good, he's still got that fitness as well. So no, he's done fantastic, really has.
Ever tempt you to maybe do an exhibition?
Not really. I mean, I'd never say never. I mean, if someone approached me about an exhibition against someone I'd be interested in fighting, and it was for a good cause, what kind of a person would it be to say no to something like that? But no, my career's run its course. I've got no intentions on fighting again. I don't feel that need, that itch to scratch. My career run its course, and I'm enjoying the coaching now. I'd never say never for the right cause.
Now, just touching on your career, one thing I wanted to ask you, there was a back and forth between Canelo and Ryan Garcia recently, and Ryan Garcia made some comments saying, well, you only won the title from, I quote, along the lines of from a Matthew Hatton. Did you see those comments, and if so, did you find them a bit disrespectful given what you've done in your career, European champion, fought in so many great places? Did you find those comments disrespectful?
I did a little bit, and Ryan Garcia, he's obviously got a very, very talented, very eye-catching style, very nice his style to watch. I thought it was a bit disrespectful, and my honest opinion is when he steps up in class against the elite at lightweight, I think mentally he will fall a little bit short. So let's see how he gets on. I did find it a bit disrespectful, but let's see how he gets on when he fights the top boys. He might not think he's as good as he thinks he is.
Just finally, we have the rematch coming up in 2 weeks now, Joshua against Usyk. How do you see the fight going, and how would you suggest for Joshua to approach this?
Again, people seem to think it's straightforward, where he's got to take the bull by the horns, and I think that is true to a certain extent. He's got to use the physical advantage he's got, but it's not easy against a fighter like Usyk. So skilled, he can punch as well. So I've always been an AJ fan, I really have. I know he's had a lot of haters over the years, a lot of critics. I've always been a big AJ fan. I fancied him to win the first fight. I hope he can win the second fight, but I think it's a massive challenge for him, I really do.
Matthew, appreciate you talking to pro boxing fans. Best of luck on Saturday.
Top man.